So we're back with our post thoughts of Gretel and Hansel,
Yes, our review.
our review. Now, I know you got a chance to, talk about it beforehand, see your expectations, whether they were met or whatnot.
Yes.
So I'm going to go to give you mine.
Oh, before you do, your expectations, how were they at the pre-movie expectations?
Pre-movie, yes.
Yes.
I went in this one blindly. I did not have any kind of expectations for this movie. I seen maybe like the trailer once,
Okay.
and then I totally forgot about it until I started seeing posters. Hey, Gretel and Hansel. So for me, I didn't know what to expect, which was very pleasant for me because I really enjoyed the movie. It surpassed. If I would have had expectations, I think it would have way surpassed it because just everything. The cinematography was great. The acting was great. The climate, the mood that it exhumed, it was just great. I loved it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, drinks. Cheers.
Yay. So, as I said earlier, in my little pre-movie clip, my expectations were pretty high for Gretel and Hansel. And, I had explained because finding out that Blackcoat's daughter guy, Perkins, Perkins, Anthony Perkins' Psycho, his son.
Oh, what?
That-
Okay.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That's cred right there,
that's
man.
quite a pedigree there.
Yes. How do you follow that and start making awesome
yeah.
movies
Yes.
like Blackcoat's daughter?
Yes. So, yeah, I was not disappointed. So I'm happy to say that my expectations were met. I thought it was great. It was, I feel like it was pretty faithful to the fairy tale. It had a twist. The production, I'll start with the production value
Okay.
of the movie. I thought the quality was very high. The cinematography, I loved it. The imagery,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
very
no,
creepy.
it was. It reminded me of The Witch because it's the same.
It's the Witch.
The Witch, because of the whole theme, witch in the woods. We all have heard stories about witches in the woods, and we were kidding around with this movie, saying that it's very much witch-like, but definitely not as creepy.
Oh, no. No. It's like you were saying, it's a good introductory movie for preteen,
Tweens, yes.
Looking to get into horror, wanting to watch horror, but not ready to get both feet wet.
Exactly. Yes, this is a good horror movie on training wheels. Is what I like to call it.
Yep.
It's got all of the themes of a horror movie. It has all the elements, but it doesn't go too far in the gore category.
No,
or
I mean, there was
the jump scares. Yeah.
No baby eating witches in this one.
I know, right? And the only thing that I would think to say, oh, this movie was a little out there, was at the very beginning with that weirdo that they come across.
Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bill, yeah. Or like you like to say, reject from Rock Me Amadeus.
Video.
The video, yes. This guy, oh my gosh.
The creepy makeup and the...
So, is your womanhood intact?
And it's ironic.
Why do you want to know?
It's ironic because, okay, so here's my brain and how it works. So you have Oz Perkins, who is Anthony Perkins' son. Anthony Perkins was in this really crappy ass movie, and I never really watched it, but it was like a take on the whole Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde back in the 80s, and it was called 80s, early 90s, I believe, and it was called Edge of Sanity.
Oh, okay.
And in this movie, it's supposed to be really seedy. I think it's like a softcore, even though it's a horror movie. So yeah, that's anyway. So when he turns into the Mr. Hyde character, he's got his hair. Okay, like on Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, whenever the whole Venom thing. Remember, he had like the emo hair.
Yes.
Like that's what Anthony Perkins looked like when he was Mr. Hyde. Yeah, like the emo Tobey Maguire hair.
Like Taxi when she
yeah,
comes her hair
and
to the
sorry,
side.
he wasn't Venom. He was the Black Spider-Man, whatever.
Yeah, okay. I got
sorry.
you.
You're more well versed in the whole comic scene, even
Black
though I
suit.
love it too. But you're the
Yes.
one that knows.
I love my comic books.
You
Yes, I
already
do.
know. Okay. Yeah, we won't go there. So he had the whole like emo hair, and the makeup that he was wearing was like the dude at the beginning of Hansel and Gretel and Hansel.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
I
no,
thought
it's
was
crazy.
weird because I'm
Yeah.
like, his makeup looks like
Anthony
Anthony
Perkins.
Perkins in that
That's probably-
horrible movie. And so
So it's probably
I'm
a
off
good
on a
throwback.
tangent,
It's like,
sorry.
look, Dad, look what you did. Look at that hair.
good idea on that makeup. I'm gonna use
I'm
it
gonna
in
use
my
that hair,
film.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, definitely my expectations were very much met and surpassed. You know, we're gonna talk a little bit about the setting. It obviously in the woods, two kids walking around the woods because their mom kicked them out,
Yeah.
which adds to the whole.
We thought mom was savage AF.
This lady said, "Go." She tried. Oh man, God. Yeah, no, she's like, "You need to go." She just kicked her kids
she
out.
did.
Let's go.
She turned her kids away.
She sure did. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they're walking in the woods. Obviously, like the whole Hansel and Gretel. So we're really not wanting to spoil anything.
Right,
We all
right,
know
right.
how the fairy tale goes. That they, you know, two kids lost in the woods, come across a witch, lives in a big old Dorito-looking triangle house. You know, it's probably made of Doritos. But yeah, no, and of course things go south from there. But in this adaptation, not so much. Like me, I could have seen myself
No.
living with that old lady.
Yeah. I mean, beside the whole kid eating thing, I would have been perfectly fine there.
And that was a little bit of a spoiler, but no, not really.
Well, no,
because
'cause we know the
that's
witch
how the
kids. Yeah.
that's how the fairy tale, the grim fairy tale goes.
Yeah.
She eats
yeah.
kids.
Okay. So we talked about production value, setting, cinematography. Let's move towards the acting
Oh, the acting was
element
just
of the movie.
phenomenal.
Would you like to start that?
Yes.
Okay.
I think the witch did a really great job. And honestly, besides Gretel and Hansel, I thought she was really cool. You know, if we didn't know she was a witch, I'd be like, oh yeah, man, let's go to, like Steven said, we're going to Huela's house, you know, so grandma's house. Although my grandma acted nothing like that.
No.
But seriously, man, she had a smorgasbords there all the time. Like, look at this, man.
The little tartlets.
Oh my gosh.
They look so good. Like when you see those tasty videos where they're like egg wash at the end of it, then it turns out perfectly browned.
Yeah.
This little tartlet had the whole lattice top. Yeah.
It was like this, man. It's like,
yeah, I was so jealous.
I know. It's like, man, I never had a tart.
I'm like, those
that.
are tarts.
I never had a tart
I've
in my
never
life.
had
I've
a tart in my life.
That was a tart.
I've never seen a tart in my life.
Pop Tart. That's about it, you know. No, these little
good as it gets for
pies,
us, my
man.
brother.
I know. And then when she bit it was like flaky. I'm like,
Yes.
what?
Yeah. All that
without
food.
life, love to live deliciously. Or how's it
Yes,
say it?
witches live deliciously, as we can see from Gretel and Hansel.
And she was skinny as can be. Did you see her? She
The-
must do
the
some.
witch?
The witch, eating all the golosinas, as we call it, which is pastries and stuff.
Riding on brooms all night long is good cardio.
Must be. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
chasing
but-
after kids and then eating them.
Yeah. But the acting was great. The witch lady, I don't think she was all that bad. She didn't look all that scary.
No.
Which, okay, well, I'm not going to, because we're trying to not spoil
Right.
anything.
We'll
so I
spoil
won't,
at the end, maybe, but
yeah, I won't delve too much into
it's
that
too
right
early
now.
for that. Yes.
But I did say that my expectations were high because Sophia Lillis was in this movie. And yes, so rightfully so, my expectations were high. She had an awesome performance.
I'd like to talk about her for a second.
Sure.
Obviously, on It, man, she blew it away. She did. And it's funny because we got to see her and like the cast of It last year when we went to Spooky. And we do have clips on that. Maybe on another occasion we'll share it. But it's so funny because you forget that they're kids. You know, like they were asking them questions. They're like, I don't know.
They were shy.
They were. I mean, it's probably the first big circuit that they were doing.
Yeah.
Probably the first time because the first It just came out, months before that.
Yeah, it came out in September. Spooky was in October.
Exactly. So the thing is, we always talk about, well, on our last little show that we had, we talked about Finn and how, was he acting or is he really a douchebag like he was on...
Wolfhard.
Yes. Like he was on this Turning movie, which...
Turning.
We'll talk about that too. But... like these kids were like genuinely shy. They didn't know what to say.
They were.
They were trying. The moderators there were trying to get them out of their shell, coax them out of them out. Yes. Like, so what'd you think? Well, I don't know.
But in being exposed to children,
yeah,
as we are in our everyday life, I see it.
Yes.
And there again is the whole. They're so awesome as actors that you expect them to just
I mean,
be
in
like
our
their
profession, we have to kind of stand out. Well, I'm not going to say it, but we have to kind of stand out. We're kind of not acting, but for lack of better terms, you're on the spotlight the whole time.
Oh, and you're performing.
You are performing
all day long.
Yeah, and I don't know. I used to think of myself as shy, but not anymore. I guess not. But like these kids, they still have that shyness. They do.
Yeah.
And for them to sit there and knock it out.
Yeah.
Probably have 1 or 2 takes. It's amazing. So yes, her performance was great. The little boy, Hansel, was just, he was just adorable.
He was such a cutie.
He was a cute kid. He was funny.
It smells like cake, Gretel.
And the slide. It smells like bacon.
Yes.
The little accents.
Little heart. Yes, he was such a cutie.
Speaking of accents, that witch, I thought, like I said, it was a good witch, but where is she from?
Witchland? I don't know.
She was Scottish, Irish, or something, but I'm like, we need subtitles or something, but you were saying some guy behind us, right?
Yeah, I could hear the guy behind us. He's like, what? Which is what I was thinking, too.
Like, amen, brother. Yeah. But no, the acting...
I'm like, either this drink that we snuck into the movie theater is kicking in, or I can't understand what this lady's saying.
Yeah, no, that was definitely my highlight. Yeah, and I didn't fall asleep on this one. No, I had my strong little drinks, and... oh, our pizza's done. Well, okay.
Our pizza that got dropped earlier is now ready, but we will keep the show going.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it was great. The acting was great. Had a little trouble just understanding the witch there for a minute. But yes, hey Steven, how you doing? Thank you, Steven.
But yeah, they did great. The acting I think was quite stellar. And so now let's get into the whole overview of the movie. And I'm just going to say, as far as recommending it, it just depends. This movie, I loved it, but it's not for everyone. No. Yeah, I mean, I think if you're a true horror fan, you might. Mixed feelings, obviously, because it's not your typical horror movie in the sense that there's no real big jump scares. There's no gore. There's some, but not, I mean, if you're into horror, then you've pretty much seen everything. But what was cool is that they were taking an old grim fairy tale and giving it a twist. I felt like I was so almost giddy going in, like almost wanted to sit crisscross applesauce. Just be a kid again. Yes. Yes. I know. I thought it was good. It was good storytelling. I know if I had kids, I'd tell them this version of it. All right, son, we're gonna read Hansel and Gretel, but the one that came out in the movies. And you're probably not gonna sleep tonight. Just saying, It had a nice little twist. Like I said, it was faithful. But it had a nice little twist. It was faithful, but then again, it was in a keep it real, because if you think about Gretel and the whole thing at the beginning, right? The creepy creeper. Oh gosh, yes. It had some elements of realism. Yeah. And the whole desperation thing is always going to add to that, effect. Right. Right. And that's kind of how horror movies are going nowadays. They're going to put you through all sorts of emotions before they start,
scaring you. Like if you're the A24 movies, for example. Holy crap!
I was just about to ask you what you thought. Could this exist in the realm of A24? Or do you think it needs I think it needs a little more.
I would say yes, but it's gonna have to be on the,
It's a little mild for
it's milder. It's not gonna be Witch. It's not gonna be Hereditary. It's definitely not Midsommar.
Midsommar. Yes.
Yes. No, and I'm glad that we are bringing that up because.
The bear suit.
Yeah, I know. I would like to compare it to The Witch.
Hansel and Gretel? Mm-hmm. Gretel and Hansel?
Gretel and Hansel with The Witch. Yeah, I know, we're going to do that the whole time.
The Vivitch.
Yeah. I just, it had its theme, obviously, and The Witch had a darker theme. That one, it takes you through the whole pride and sin and how just any little thing is going to get you banished into the woods. Well, this one...
Remember our discussion about what was pride back then? Oh, I can chop wood better than anyone else can.
I could chop wood like 2 minutes faster than you. Now,
thou art banished for your pride.
So what? The devil's going to appear to you if you get 100 on your spelling test? What? Yeah. It's like nowadays everybody's just proud about everything. We got participation medals for everything.
Self-esteem is not a problem now, my brother.
No, you're right.
So what was it?
So yeah, we're discussing or comparing it to The Witch.
Okay. Since we're discussing the overall.
Right.
Okay.
Now, no real spoilers, but Gretel is clairvoyant.
Yes.
So they say it right away. It's not like we're giving you anything. It's not a big anything. Mm-hmm. And she's seeing a lot of things. Well, at least we think she's seeing it.
Right.
Like witches in the woods. And right then and there, that'd be enough to be like, all right, you know what? Mom didn't want me, but I'm just going to live outside like in her barn. Because if I saw that, I'd probably, shit myself.
I'm just going to stay right out here.
I'm not going to go that way. I'm just going to stay right here.
Yeah. So, speaking of, since we're talking about The Witch, we're talking about Gretel and Hansel. Mm-hmm. Any WTF moments in this movie? Because I had one. I had one. Besides the, are you intact? Is your... intact?
Mine will be when we start with the spoilers. But,
So yes. Because of what we were discussing earlier.
What's that?
About the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, you know what? Just to be safe, you're entering spoiler territory.
Yes.
So if you don't want this spoiled... Fast forward to the end or click it off, but don't forget to subscribe first.
And we love you.
Bell.
And just anything that you want us to talk about, we'd love to.
Yes, drop a comment.
Yes, please.
Let us know.
I'm Eric, this is Janie.
We're here to do what you want us to do.
Yes, correct. WTF moments. Well, 2 kids are walking in the woods. It sounds like a joke, but it's not. And they come, it's already nighttime, they come across...
2 kids walk into a bar.
And say, ouch. No. But they're walking in the woods. It's about 9, 10 o'clock at night because this is like pitch dark. Oh, look, there's 2 fires. And they walk into a cabin or a house?
Yeah, it was a house.
It was a house.
It was one of those Salem houses.
It was a wigwam.
It is a wigwam.
It was a yurt.
But house went in the middle of...
The woods, just in the middle of the woods. Yeah. So, they go in there. Oh, fiddle-dee-dee, let's just go inside. What?
Let's lay down.
Oh, look, there's beds already made. Kids, come on. And then next thing you know, you see
right behind the kid.
Right behind the little boy. And I'm like, ah! It's like, what the hell?
What was that? It looked like some cave monster.
I don't know. It looked like those...
Nosferatu Jr.
Those inbreds from Wrong Turn.
Yeah.
Yes, it was crazy. And run!
Crazy, yes.
And that little boy fell, and that thing's on top of him. Like, what the
And
hell?
then the woodsman came out of... Was he a woodsman?
He was a woodsman, yes.
Came out, and that was probably the only violent part in the movie.
That at the end,
Right, but...
And seriously, is an African-American woodsman. That's very progressive. Back in the day, too. Just saying. No, I'm not saying anything bad. Just saying.
No, that's awesome. I think it's
Yes.
great.
Yes.
Our people weren't
Our people
in there.
weren't in it. I
Our
know,
people
right?
weren't represented.
She should have been the bruja. She should have been the witch.
We were the one cleaning her house, I'm sure.
Yeah. Pushing the broom. I see mom in the back. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Go ahead and witch. Go ahead.
Consuela.
No, we love our people, obviously.
We do.
We do.
That's why we can joke about it.
That's right.
So, yeah.
You can't. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
Yeah. Now we're good.
Yeah, no, that was
So,
one.
That was your
That was-
WTF moment?
yes.
Okay. My WTF moment
Okay.
was, first of all, how do you get this big, like asylum-y looking room in this triangle house? I don't know where she had it somewhere, but I guess with her whole witch magic, her house was just, I don't know.
It was nice. It was like a big
Yeah?
old Dorito, like it's a
Yeah,
big old
okay.
triangle.
Well, so then Gretel goes to this big room, white.
The white room.
It's made me think of like asylum, white.
Right. Yes.
Sanitarium.
Yes.
So she goes in there and discovers Hansel.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Just standing in the corner.
Just very Blair Witchy, like
Very
you
Blair
said.
Witchy,
You
very
called
much.
it very. You're like, is there a theme with witches in corners? Yeah. So
Is that why we don't put children in the corner anymore?
maybe that's why we don't.
Or is that where it started?
Hey, and the dunce with the pointy hats.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's
We're
good.
getting
No,
off
no,
on a
we-
tangent here.
No, not necessarily. It's like, you're a witch. You're going to wear that hat, pointy head.
Yeah. So when she walks into this room,
Mm-hmm.
she is she's there, and then the witch comes in, which by the way, then she comes in all okay, I'm sorry. She's this pretty, beautiful. But she had the whole like dark hair, Betty Page looking
Yes.
gothy look, and she had like tats everywhere. So I'm like, this is a very progressive looking
very
witch
much,
for
yes.
like back in the whatever.
1700s?
Yeah.
Let's just
Back
say
in
1700s.
the olden days.
Oldie. OLDE.
I don't know, BC days or something. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so she comes out. So this is the witch's real form.
Right.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Or did I misread that?
No.
And so they're seeing her as an older lady, but then when she comes out, her real form is as this beautiful young
Yes.
lady.
Yeah, she was
who's all
pretty.
tatted up. She's,
Yes.
Like she could work at Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she
Guys, everything today is buy one, get one half off.
Yes.
You know, anything
I
I
was
can help
waiting
you.
for that.
My name
for
is
the
Raven.
hot cash.
Cash.
So
We love-
anyway, she
we love
comes
Hot
out.
Topic. We do.
And I just always thought it would be the reverse, that they would see her as a beautiful lady.
Like
But then
Melisandre, like you
underneath,
said.
like Melisandre and her necklace. Very, sorry, I know.
Very witched.
I know that triggers you, my
Yes.
brother. So anyway, that's a conversation for
Melisandre.
another day.
Gosh, that crazy
but,
witch. I
So
love her.
she comes out and she dumps out all these body parts.
Yes. Just like you're at
Arms and limbs
yes, a
and
big old, just arms sticking out.
Spleens and
An arm's like
spleens and kidneys
spleens.
and
Yes, I know.
all this stuff.
Somebody's lumbago's in there.
And then she does her little, and then it turns into all the delicious food they were eating at the table.
With the pig with the
With
apple in
the
the
apple. The,
Yeah.
yeah, no. So there's all this food, and then she's looking, and all I'm thinking, I'm sitting there, and I'm like,
And see, I was just the opposite. I'm like,
here,
well,
I go,
that pie with the lattice last night was really good, man.
I mean, hey, if it tasted good and it looked good, then
Presentation is
I'm-
everything when it comes to gourmet
Okay,
food.
I guess so.
Hey, watch me turn this arm into filet mignon.
Yeah.
And honestly, and like I made this analogy earlier when we were on our way back home. It's like hot dogs, man. You never want to see how they're made.
No.
It's just like, what?
I love hot dogs. I know. I'm sorry.
Or bologna.
Yeah. Oh, and what did I say? But really, aren't we all going through that? I mean, when you go to a restaurant,
Yes.
you get your presentation, but we
Yes.
don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
No.
Just saying.
No. I'd like to plug my best friend, Jose Martinez, because he was watching some documentary about how meat is processed and everything. Homeboy didn't eat meat for like a year after
Yeah,
that.
I can't
was like,
watch that.
I'm not making fun of you at all. That's great. I choose to be ignorant. That's my fault, and I'll stay like that. I'm sorry. Love you, Jose, though. I do.
Yeah, I'm totally Hansel. But Gretel, can't we stay here? The food is so delicious.
Nah, man, don't eat that. That's got a finger in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I honestly, I mean, what would you do in that situation?
If I knew,
Yes.
I don't know. Because, I mean, when you're desperate enough and you're starving,
Add salt.
yeah, I suppose.
I don't know. I would like to think that they turned it straight into a pie or lamb chops or kid chops, whatever you want to call it.
If I had the option between that and starving, I'll take that.
Yeah, of course. You know.
Yeah. So, yeah. And the twist ending, I thought it was great.
Yeah. I mean, the witch bites it, obviously, and then.
Oh,
What?
we forgot about Bubble Gut.
Oh,
when they ate all that super awesome food.
she heard my stomach growling, that's why.
Yes.
No, it did.
They had Bubble Gut.
Oh my gosh. Right after taking the shrooms, they go into the whole little trip where
the Super Mario shrooms.
Yes, they were red with the little spots, man.
Doop.
She was talking to the shrooms before that. Like, are you good to eat?
Are you friendly?
Are you friendly? Something tells me you're friendly.
Yeah, they were very Alice in Wonderland-y.
Yes.
Shrooms.
And then they seriously started tripping, looking like Black Hole Sun video where their eyes get all big. And then afterwards, right after, I'm like, oh. So we had taped this. I'm gonna let you in on a secret. We had taped this earlier too, and we just couldn't get through it just because my stomach kept bubble gutting. And I know what it was from. It was from drinking last night.
Even Gretel and Hansel get bubble gut.
What? Hey, it's Jason. Is it? It's like I just saw hair.
Well, we just got all kinds of people in our background.
Yeah, it's my nephew.
Yes.
My sister's little boy. We love him.
My baby. Anyway.
So yeah. And of course, the ending, a little bit of a twist. Gretel stays in the woods.
I loved it.
Yeah, me too.
I loved it.
Me too.
I loved how she had her little special powers.
Yeah, she did.
She finally harnessed them.
Yeah, she was clairvoyant. She could talk to trees. That's awesome. Like Poison Ivy from Batman. Huh.
Poison Oaky.
Yep. No, it was great.
As we said, this movie isn't for everyone, but
give it a shot.
If you love a good story.
I loved it. I did. It's so much. My expectations were not high at all going into it, and I just thought it was great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
it was great. Thank you, Oz Perkins, because
Yes, thank you.
You're bringing it back. We needed that after
January.
I'm sorry, I'm going to say it, the shit show that was January on the Grudge and the Turning, and it was, that's a conversation for another day as well.
We'll keep it short.
So
and
it's coming?
Just saying that, yes, January, right after the holidays, you have, instead of people being depressed,
Yes, we went on that rant earlier.
Yes,
that I didn't
exactly.
say. Okay, filmmakers. Or no. Sorry, filmmakers. This is not on you because you can't help it.
No.
Movie studios.
The industry.
Why in the hell are you going to put movies like that in January? Why would you put movies that you have no faith in and release them in January?
Right.
We are coming down off of Christmas. You have the whole post-holiday depression.
Halloween.
This is like New Year, new me. Why would you not start it off strong at the beginning of the year? Save your crap films for later on in Halloween where no one gives a damn about what's playing. It's all good. It rolls off your back because you have all this other stuff going on. Yes.
April,
summertime. Who cares? It's just like sandwich that shit in between those summertime blockbusters or something.
Throw in a horror
but
movie.
Don't do this in January. Who thought that was a good idea?
No.
I'd like to know because they need to be fired.
Well, the thing is, too, like you were saying, post-holiday depression, You're going to go... I'm not going to give our profession away. I did that earlier. That's why we're retaping this. But we get paid once a month. So we can't really afford to do much. Our things is, hey, let's go to the movies, watch a movie. All right, sure. You just spend about $20 or whatever. You're good. We sneak in booze. We sneak in our own
Yeah.
candy. Come on, give
Yeah.
us something to do during the weekends in January when there's nothing.
Well, and don't you want to set the tone? I mean,
Yeah.
it's bad
New
enough.
year,
We
new
get no
you.
respect as horror to begin with.
Of course
Why
not.
would you start the year off that way?
Right.
Why would you do us that way? Come on now.
Yeah. So yeah, that definitely has to change. Let's start off the year right.
Yes.
If especially if you have some great movies like last year, 2019 had some great ones. You had Chapter 2, Pet Cemetery,
Yeah.
and Stephen King right there. But if you're gonna get the ball rolling, do it right. Yeah.
I agree. So thank you.
Yes, thank you
Oz
so
Perkins,
much. Thank you
for
so much.
bringing this back because
Yes.
now my hopes are back up and I
Yep.
am optimistic.
Yeah, definitely.
And we have more February horror to come
Right.
with Invisible Man.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
I'm so excited
Yeah,
for
it's
that.
gonna
I
be
can't
good.
even tell you.
I'm just by watching the trailers, it looks to be very promising.
Yes.
It's going to be one of those, is she crazy or is she just, what's going on?
I love the whole spin
Mm-hmm.
on the fact that he was an abusive ex-boyfriend.
Oh, yes.
Love it.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, Elizabeth
Oh,
Moss.
gosh.
Speaking
If
of
it was-
Elizabeth Olsen,
oh, I love her.
too.
Me too.
She can do no wrong in my eyes
No,
either.
she's such a
But
cutie. My gosh.
Elizabeth Moss. And the reason I called her that is because I love her on Mad Men, and she's Peggy Olsen
Oh,
on Mad Men.
gotcha, okay.
And she's Elizabeth Moss.
There goes Taxi.
So,
Look, just under my
oh, my
armpits.
baby. My little Yorkie.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
we
little
love
taxi terror. Yes. So Elizabeth Moss is going to be in The Invisible Man, and I'm so excited because she could do no wrong in my eyes. And I'm sorry, but she did Mad Men and Handmaid's Tale and Us, and she's not, I don't think that she would attach herself to a crap film.
A turd? No.
So I'm really excited about this movie
Should be good.
coming
Should be
out.
good, yeah.
Yes.
So February 10th, I believe, something like that. Something weird like that. I don't know.
I need a double check on that
Yeah,
because
February.
I honestly
Yeah.
couldn't tell you, but I do know that it is in February, along with The Lodge,
Oh, is that
which
this
we
month
have
too?
seen. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And I believe, and I could be mistaken. Maybe we may need to edit this if I'm mistaken.
Okay.
But I think it's Riley Keough, and Riley Keough is Lisa Marie Presley's daughter.
Oh wow.
She
okay.
was in It Comes at Night.
Oh.
And I'm sorry, I was not a fan of that movie at all.
Okay.
But she was in It Comes at Night. And so I'm excited. That one looked really good, and I can't remember who played her kids. There was someone I knew.
The kid from
Was that
It.
Bill? Was it
It
Bill
was
from
Bill.
It?
It was Bill. Mm-hmm.
Love that kid.
Yes, he's such a hard.
Knives Out. Oh, yeah. You have to watch Knives Out,
Okay.
my brother.
All right.
That
I'll
was
give it a shot.
really good.
Yeah.
Daniel
Okay.
Craig. Yeah. You and Stephen saw Daniel Craig in
I
Tokyo,
kept missing
Japan.
him, believe it or not. Steven's like, there's gonna. I'm like, where?
He swears.
Yeah,
Who
I
is
b-
going
I
to be
believe
in
him, though.
Tokyo, Japan?
No, I know, I
that
believe him.
looks like Daniel Craig.
It was him.
It was
Daniel Craig.
Craig.
We knew you were in Japan.
Well-
in June.
Stephen said when he's like, it's Daniel Craig, and he took his drink and he's like,
Yeah, he did. It's like,
that's awesome. Anyway, so yes, February looks really good.
yep.
Sorry, we're rambling, but that's just
That's how it's gonna
what
go.
we do.
Yeah,
That's how it is.
We're here to entertain. You
Yes.
can hear our stupidity.
Yeah,
I'd like to plug something right quick.
sure. Why not?
So I like to play. I'm just amateur. I've been amateur probably all my life, but I love to play. I do. It's just a love of playing and now trying to sing. But if you guys want to check out some of my videos, they're EA Leva. Don't judge a song by its cover.
I was just
So-
about to ask you, where can we find you?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yep. Don't judge a song by its cover, or type in Devil's Webbles, which is mine and my homeboy Felipe Olvera's band that we just, we've had for years. And
yeah.
we're just finally starting to kind of, get into it. So, Devil's Webbles.
And
Yeah.
your social media, my brother.
Facebook, obviously. And
Eric Alvarado.
Eric Alvarado, yeah. And there's always links there. So, if you'd like to
Instagram?
subscribe. I do. I just haven't really used it yet, but I will. I'm going to have to because I know that's a good way of connecting. I know I met some girl at the Guitar Center in Lakeland, and she's like, "Oh, I could use somebody." I'm like, "Yeah, well, I'd love to help you out." So, any local people that like to get together and jam, I'm totally up for that. And for those of you across or wherever you're at, just I'll be sending a link and hope to hear from you guys. All right. So I'm Eric.
And I'm Janie.
And this is Living La Vida Horror.
Adios.
Bye-bye.